Of a big controversy in Los Angeles. The LA City Council is considering an ordinance which would put stricter controls on them. And that ordinance is not very popular with either the teenagers or some of their parents. Saida Pagan reports.
The proposed ordinance is aimed at places like this, teen discos as they're called, clubs where kids from 13 to 19 dance, socialize, and in some cases get into trouble. Under this law, disco owners would have to get a permit from the police commission before they could operate. They'd also have to have adequate adult supervision. The clubs would close earlier, 10 p.m. during the week, midnight on weekends. And the teens would have to provide clear proof of age. The ordinance comes in part from complaints by residents living near the teenage discos. Some claim that customers coming out of these teenage nightclubs have taken to the streets, making noise and vandalizing property. Los Angeles Councilwoman Joy Pikus is sponsoring the law.
Consider this to be a very moderate, very reasonable ordinance, but the young people need to be protected, and this is a good way and a reasonable way to do it.
Members of the city's Police, Fire, and Safety Committee listened to comments from the public, including teens who don't agree with a part of the ordinance requiring parents of children under 16 to stay at the discos with them.
It is absurd to ask a parent to spend their nights babysitting a 13 to 15-year-old at a nightclub.
Others complain that the council is trying to do the job of parents.
I think the rights and the responsibility belong at home. They don't belong in a council group, an ordinance.
As for business owners, some say they'd lose money.
If it's gone and I'm out of business, what are you going to do for me then?
But others say industry-wide there are problems which need to be addressed.
But I think enforcing some of the rules like no drinking, no smoking, no drugs, no weapons, I think that's very important.
The city is scheduled to hear more public testimony on the subject next month. In Los Angeles, Saida Pagan, Channel 11 News.